Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Quick announcement here: I will not be posting a pre-market report for tomorrow, Thursday, July 4th. I may have one out for Friday, but we'll definitely be back to our normal schedule next week. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES now. You see that price is currently above 2-day highs at the moment. And is still holding above the previous month's high as well. This is going to be the key level to watch here early on in the day. It's that 29.80 level. Any failure to hold 29.80 early in the day could open up a rotation back to recent lows. Again, the market right now is sitting here above the previous month's close. It has been holding up here for the last few days. That could continue to be the case throughout the week. And then again, it's either got to start moving higher, or you may see a flush back down of some magnitude. Overall, this market has been very buoyant, has been very resilient, and has held at these highs right now. But again, keep an eye on 29.80 for early directional bias this morning. If there's a failure to hold that level, this thing could rotate back down by some degree, likely back toward 29.50s. So again, keep that in mind here early in the day. If you take a look here at the NQ, you'll see the NQ also holding at highs, also holding above the previous 2-day highs as well. This one is also sitting above the May 1st FOMC key level of 78.45 half. That's going to be an important level to watch here early on. You can also see that back here, getting very, very close, if not already there, to filling this gap that was right here. That's an important level here. This is a level that from May 3rd closed very bullish. On May 5th, Sunday night, we had China tariff news here, and that thing drove the market down pretty strongly. We've now V-bottomed and come all the way back to that level now. And again, this is going to be an important zone here, that if the market cannot find acceptance above this area, perhaps we rotate back down by some degree, perhaps back toward 75.90. So again, keep an eye on this zone here. Any failure to hold the previous month's high could suggest some sort of rotation back down. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. Crude oil had a tremendous sell-off in the previous session. Price broke through previous 2-day lows and continued downward in a stop run day down. Hit the midpoint for the month, or the middle of the pivot range for the month, and is now showing a little bit of signs of a strength here. This is what I would call an extreme reversal pattern, that when you get extreme selling pressure like this, there tends to be a snapback to where it came from. And so again, given the fact that this thing has broken above the 55 LVN pretty strongly and is now pulling back, any pullback or retest of this zone could provide a buying opportunity that completes the move back toward the recent sell-off where it originated from, which would be about 62.70 to 63. So again, this is typically a very bullish opportunity here after significant selling pressure. If today can close above the day's open, that could provide a nice bounce back towards 60 and perhaps even through it. All right, let's take a look now at gold futures. Here's a look at gold. Gold had another bounce day in the previous session. We mentioned that the pullback here into the pivot range and into the LVN between 1375 and 1380 could provide a bounce opportunity back toward 1440, and it happened in one day, or 2 days now. A big one-day move higher yesterday, and then another push into the recent high 1441. You can see again, this is what we talked about in the previous week, that after a very, very bullish month like we saw in June for gold, July could be mostly range bound between 1375 and 1440. After this rejection that's developing at the moment, again, if price cannot hold, say 1420, that could provide another rotation back down, and another test between 1375 and 1380 could occur, and then that could be bought back up, and all of a sudden we're in a range bound market. So again, this is going to be something to keep an eye on right here. Any failure to hold 1420 could rotate this thing back down over the next several days back into the recent LVN and then that could provide another bounce opportunity back up. As long as price holds 1375 on the long-term basis here, this market still looks poised for a move into 1525. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops heading into the rest of the session. Have fun for 4th of July, and I will see you all soon. Take care.